Hey Taurus, welcome into your reading. It's Lauren the Mystic. I'm bending down because I never really show my face on here, but I wanted to say hello. We're here for your Sagittarius full moon reading, darlings. So welcome in, welcome back for those returning. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, or any significant placements. And we're going to just tune into how the energies are showing up for you, what is going to be revealed with this moon. This is a deeply spiritual moon. So tune into your own natal chart. Take a look at 22 degrees of Sagittarius as well as 22 degrees of Gemini to see what areas of life are going to be most affected for you. All right, Spirit, show us for our Taurus babies. What can they expect? What is this full moon? Thank you. I thought 2 came out. Oh, wow, Taurus. Okay. So first off, don't let your pride get in the way. This is full moon in Leo energy, and a win-win outcome is forecasted. Full moon in Libra energy. So something to do with relationship energy, something that you are trying to bring balance and justice to. Spirit is guiding you with this moon to not get in your own way, right? With your pride. Let's take a look. Where am I guided next? By the way, my beautiful Tauruses, I am doing these intuitively. So I've got all my decks here. I do encourage you to listen for Sun, Moon, and Rising sign to get more of the story. However, I might not pull from the same decks for every reading. So I just go where Spirit guides me. Spirit, show me Taurus. What is this win-win outcome? Don't let pride get in the way. What's showing up for Taurus right now with this full moon in Sagittarius energy? What is showing up? 3 cards, please, Spirit. 3 cards. What is showing up for Taurus? Taurus, please, Spirit. There we go. All right, so got you showing up beautifully. Oh my gosh, Taurus. Loving this. I'm going to go ahead and keep that reversed for some reason. All right, and Spirit, what is this full moon in Sagittarius revealing through Taurus's spirit guides, through the angels, higher aspect of self? What is being revealed with the energy of this full moon? Show us clearly. 3 cards, please. All right. All right, and what is the guidance for Taurus, please? Spiritual guidance, advice, best path forward. What is in our beautiful Taurus's highest good and deepest well-being? Show us clearly. 3 cards, please, Spirit. What does Taurus... Okay. Is that 4 or 3? All right, darling. I'm being guided to, before we get into this reading, to get into this deck for you as well. Spirit, show us for Taurus, what messages do you have for this Sagittarius full moon for our beautiful Taurus? Sun, moon, and rising signs. What do they need to know the most at this time? All right. That's beautiful when things like that happen, Taurus. It's not by accidente. And I had my Labradorite just sitting there holding space on this deck. All right, sweetie, here we go. This may or may not, remember, these are general collective readings. They don't apply to everyone. Take them how they apply to you. But I'm going to start here. I'm going to start with these 3 cards that just fell out. We've got the Cosmic Heart. I Remember in reverse, and Star Brothers. Okay? So the Cosmic Heart is about devotion. And it is remembering your own sacred connection to the universe, to your soul's plan, to following and working with universal forces versus allowing universal forces to kind of work upon you because you're not listening to your intuition, right? And no tea, no shade. I love you all dearly, but we can all sometimes get in the way, get behind our ego, our fears. Sometimes those can color how we are perceiving relationships, and we might stay in them too long or agree to them when they're really not in our best and highest alignment or soul's plan or path. And with the Star Brothers here, this has dual messages, okay? First off, you are being cosmically protected. You've got ancestral and spiritual protection surrounding you right now, but this is your spirit team also telling you to protect your own energy and to focus your awareness on what that quality means for you, right? To focus pouring into relationships that bring forward a sense of protection and safety, trust, loyalty, where you know you're being held properly, Taurus, held properly, what I just heard. And so that cosmic heart is not only about, it's bringing up in my own intuitive, I start to channel, for those of you who are new to me, I start to channel. I am both claircognizant. I mean, all my clairs at this point are very loud, but I receive a lot of clairaudient and claircognizant messages when I do readings. And what I was just hearing is that there's this fated union. I feel like Spirit wants to draw your attention to a fated union that can't come into being right now because potentially you might be moving through a period of time where you've been holding on to a relationship that's really not in your alignment, but that you're sort of like having a difficult time mentally in some way. And it could be coming from like very primal fears of safety, of security, of having your needs met within a relationship potentially. There's all sorts of reasons that we're afraid. Sometimes we think we can't find anything better than what we found. And so we stay with the one we're with, even if it's limiting our growth or path. And that could be what is coming through, because it feels like when you remember your own path, your own intuitive knowing, your own co-creation ability with the universe, that you are brought then into this space of real, sorry about my light, devotion and potency within your energy. And it moves through you, creating this beautiful life that is like a living prayer. It's like in devotion of all of those Taurian qualities that are very Venusian, very much based on what makes you feel good, who you want to surround yourself, who really makes you feel great within your energy, right? But there's been something that you've been avoiding, and it's creating this energetic imbalance and this need for you to protect your energy. Yeah, and your medicine here is ripeness, which means that something really creative wants to bubble up and boil through. And look, we've got that in the tarot. So this particular, these three cards here represent the energy that's coming through for this full moon reading, right? For you. And we've got Queen of Cups, the Empress, and King of Wands in reverse. Typically, I don't take reversals with this deck, but I was guided to do that with your spread, so I'm going to keep it. We've got a couple. But Queen of Cups is really about you pouring into yourself, having a real need to fill your own cup and to be in a space of your own self-love, of opening your heart in a very tender and compassionate, nurturing way. And we also have here the Empress, right? So it's like this is this ripeness energy, right? You're still feeling the effects, I feel like, of your season, right? But there is this King of Wands energy in reverse in your space. And I feel like this is coming through, again, take the gender fluidly and apply this to your situation as you see fit. Roles can always be reversed, right? But I'm seeing a divine feminine who is going through a spiritual awakening via a relationship that is incredibly difficult and you haven't been able to find balance with. There's been something to do with this desire to push through, that Leo strength card mixed with whatever your Taurus placement is. It could be that the energy that you've held is very fixed about shifting the dynamics of a situation might not be healthy or in your highest and deepest well-being. Because we've got the King of Wands in reverse, which can show up as someone who is manipulating, playing mind games, using some type of, they're not being honest, and they're definitely playing games, and it's not coming from a good place. And we know that because we've got Horus energy here. Horus, right? The all-seeing eye. He knows. So your spiritual ancestors are coming through saying, we see what's being done to you. What the moon is revealing is the Lovers in reverse, the Two of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. So this could be read a couple different ways. I've got a couple different messages coming through with this. But the Lovers in reverse is, again, pointing to what was coming through with this card. That perhaps a connection that you thought was more of a soulmate, positive, beautiful connection, right, that had potential, might actually have shifted into more of a karmic type of relationship. And this is so weird that this keeps coming up in the readings, but it seems to be part of this awakening energy that is surrounding all of us as a collective right now, is that we're all sort of seeing clearly different things in our relationships. And there are a lot of relationships that are expiring that have been here to teach us and show us back into our remembrance of our own power. And I really think that's what's happening here for you, Taurus, is that this is reminding you into your own power, right? And it's something that I feel like in your heart of hearts, already is true. Like intuitively, I feel like sense that you've had to protect your energy. You felt really incredibly stressed out and defensive. about it. And, I think that it's been difficult to come to terms with, right? Because we, again, have that pride of wanting something to work out. And, perhaps it has something to do with this wanting that win-win, wanting to stay with it for the long term. And I wanted to initially say that was very positive on the forefront, but I feel like what's being revealed to you is that we haven't been honest, and the desire for that win-win has not allowed us to really see that we haven't been in our power in this particular connection. And we've got this person here who's coming through definitely not in their power and looking to be manipulative, potentially controlling, potentially even vindictive or cunning. Like this can be scary energy. It has a spectrum, just like all energy has a spectrum. So I don't want to insinuate that it will get, really scary or volatile. But the fact that the Star Brothers card is here makes me really want to say to you, Taurus, if this is resonating, really protect your energy, protect and clear your energy, clear your space, do whatever you need to do if you feel like this is true. Okay. So we also have the Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, and this could be read. Two of Pentacles is two options, two decisions, two paths, two ways to go. It could also be, since we had the Lovers in reverse and the Two of Pentacles, that there was another party involved, right? That there was two other options, and that's what's being revealed to you with the light of the moon. And the Nine of Cups typically can be read as something that's just purely magnetic, explosive. You see this image of this person. In this particular context, this could just be read like it was purely for sexual gratification or purely for bliss type of purposes. Nine of Cups can be a wish come true, or somebody feeling like potentially the grass was greener somewhere else. This could also be difficulty letting go because you felt and thought very clearly that this was your wish come true, and there's so much chemistry, so much passion there, so much desire that it's been difficult to release from, right? So take that in. This is not a personal reading, but a general reading. So I don't have the specifics entirely, but the guidance is the Ten of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Hierophant. So healing, grieving, allowing yourself to heal, to grieve, going within and having a very, I feel like this is a spiritual initiation, this pain, moving through this pain. There's shadow work involved here for you, Taurus, that's taking you into a spiritual initiation. And it's been in relationship to your Ten of Cups. And what I feel like Spirit is saying is that your Ten of Cups comes after this grieving and this spiritual initiation. When you do this work that you might be avoiding doing, Taurus, you're being led into this energy, which to me just has Ten of Cups written all over it. Spirit wants you to be here. This is I just heard in my head, this is your birthright. This is your energy. But this knight of, or I'm sorry, I said knight, it's king. This king of wands in reverse has most certainly taken you off your path. For whoever this reading is for, it looks like they're trying to maybe even, I just got like, a vampiric, like an energy vampire. Like, okay. Somebody needs to hear this. This is almost like, Taurus, are you this incredible gifted empath, right? And is this maybe some kind of narcissist that you have amazing sexual chemistry with, and so you thought they were your like soulmate or your divine counterpart, but in fact they are actually kind of siphoning your energy and just creating harm? Is that what's being revealed with this moon? I don't know, darlings. I'm sending you so much love. If this does resonate, this is not an easy journey, but I hope this helped. Take care.